Welcome to the channel. A31avo here in Santa Cruz, California with the Living Wall project. Again, on the outside to the right is going to be the blue myrtle cactus. The center row is going to be prickly pears, opuntia, nopales. You want the prickly pears, las tunas, all three colors, red, yellow, and green. And then on the inside is going to be the agaves. Okay, what are we doing here with these? It's going to be fire escaping, slope retention, deer protection, and human barrier. Human barrier, we're trying to protect the main orchard from the deer. The main orchard is downhill. Okay, so once again, green thumb gloves, and then pull the grasses. Pull grasses by hand, especially in between the nopal pads. There's really nothing that you're going to be able to get in here with, so you have to get down and dirty and connect with the soil. So just clean it up, and then anything that doesn't want to come up, I shave it with this little skidger, a gardening hoe. Okay, let me finish it up. Let me clean it up. It's not 100, but it's enough. I just want to give them the maximize the sun exposure, and then I want no competition for the water. Okay, so I'm about halfway there. Let me finish up, and then I'm planting new ones. Anywhere where I see there's a gap, or even replacing an undersized one. Now, I won't be replacing undersized ones. I'm just going to be filling in, continue to fill in. All right, let me get to it. All right, take a look. This is the result. Probably got rid of like 90% of the grass. There's still some blades that are standing. And then I did a little chop and drop, but the excessive stuff I raked away. And then this is what's going in. Espadins. They've been out for a while, but I'm pretty confident they'll root. And I'm thinking that these nubs right here are the roots. That right there, check it out. Another one right there. So we should still be good. Check out that little nub right there. So there's a few of them. 4 Karwinskis. Agave Karwinski. Maguey Biquishi. Madrequishi, Quishi, or Barril. 4 of those. 3 Agave Rodacanta, Maguey Mexicano. 3 of them. And then take a look at this one. Agave Portorum, El TOBALA. El TOBALA, and then a local California variety from Yolo County, labeled right there with the Y. Yolo, Y-O-L-O, possibly an Espadin Blue Weber hybrid. Okay, so these are the ones that are going in. Let me space them out and drop them in. Once again, 1 Yolo, 1 TOBALA, 3 Mexicano, 4 Karwinski. 4 Karwinski. This is going to be this is the variety that its piña climbs up like a fence post. And again, this is the living fence project, so we need a couple fence posts for sure. And then the Espadin. Espadin does really well here in California. Let's try it out right here in the northern central coast, 831, Santa Cruz, California, Zone 9B. All right, I'm gonna get down. I'll be back. All right, take a look. This is a Karwinski in ground. Maguey Madrequishi, I swapped it for an Agave Americana pup. And take a look, it was doing well. Check out those white roots, that's new growth. Okay, just because there's already a lot of this here. So I'd rather go with the specialty just to see how it does. And then, you know, I'm breeding obsessed. I'm always pairing with something different. So this is again Agave Karwinski, Maguey Madrequishi, Biquishi, Quishi, and then this is next to a Parrasana. So I'm hoping that they breed in the future and we come up with our local variety. The local variety obviously is going to be called Agave Santa Cruzense. Agave Santa Cruzense. Alright, so breeding obsessed, I'm always doing these little plant freak offs. And then that's Agave Montaña. And then let me walk you over to the other. This is another Karwinski. The first two are Late Evening Sun. That's another one right here. And then this one's right here next to Titonata. Titonata White Ice. Titonata White Ice. Karwinski hybrid. In the future, coming soon. Stay tuned. Agave Tequilana Limeño. And then the right side of the fence is early morning sun with little windows of afternoon sun. And then the left side of the fence, it's the opposite. Little windows of early morning sun with mostly late evening sun. Like another Karwinski right here, currently sitting in the shade. But again, this gets cooler early morning sun. And we're gonna see what it's about. Heat or cool, we'll see. And then moving forward, right here close to the corner, again another fence post. And this is a Karwinski next to a Mr. Ripple Salmiana Americana hybrid. Salmiana times Americana. And then to the left, this is Agave Vilmoriana Octopus. Okay, so we'll see. Next, Maguey Mexicano. Alright, and these are the three Agave Rotacanta Maguey Mexicano. We have three, so we went left. Late Evening Sun. Check out that M, it's labeled. And then the center is going to be the shadiest part of the wall. But I still want to know, oops, how things do in shade. So let's see right there. That's another little M right there, hella janky. And then to the right, again, early morning sun with windows of late evening sun. And it's currently sitting on a window of late evening sun. Once again, take a look at that M. Maguey Mexicano, Agave Rotacanta, Dobadan in Zapotec. Dobadan, Maguey Mexicano, next to an Agave Vilmoriana, and then Agave Tequilana Blue Weber. So that should be an interesting cross. Okay, next is gonna be the TOBALA. And take a look, that's Agave Poratorum, TOBALA, with a lot of pups. So they normally don't pup up, but this one is genetically a little bit different, hopefully a little mutation. And that's what throws people off. They start off with identical clones, and even in ideal conditions or similar conditions, they still start to perform differently. So are those mutations? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4 pups, 5. But they're still too early and I don't really have space for them, so I'm just gonna leave them. So that's the TOBALA going in, Santa Cruz, California, living wall project. And that's the TOBALA next to Agave Horrida. Agave Horrida, and then a micro one, East Menzies Rum Runner, I think. And then the bigger one, these are going to be medium sized ones. They could be a little bit closer, maybe right there, 2.5 feet apart. This one's a micro one, little ones, baby ones. And then this one's probably going to start running into this one, but I'll be probably pruning some of the pencas, because I actually would rather favor a TOBALA if they take. All right, let me backfill. All All right, take a look. That's Tobala in ground next to the Agave Vilmoriana. And then this one right here, I just planted in the ground, Agave Yolo. Agave Yolo, California native from the Yolo County. Believed to be possibly a hybrid between Espadin and Blue Weber Tequilana. 200-pound piña, high bricks, fast ripening, 4 years. And then next to a Tobala right here, a Potatorum. So hopefully some interesting things happen. All right, next are gonna be the Espadins. All right, and last up are the Espadin. Really no room on the left side of the wall, so it's center and on, and then it even bends around the corner, and I'll show you. So this is Agave Espadin, Agave Angustifolia Espadin, next to Agave Angustifolia Caribbean Agave. So that should be, it's like a sister. And then the striata. So hopefully something interesting happens. Cleaned it up a bit. Okay, let me just walk you through going down. Once again, Mexicano, Karwinski, and then right here, Espadin, and then I went down the wall. I closed from that post. I closed it up all the way to like the tree. There's no pales, there's no puntia, but just to reinforce the wall. Take a look. Right there, another 3 feet down, right there, and then another 3 feet down, right there. So yeah, once again, Agave Angustifolia Espadin. This is Santa Cruz, California. Cold Hardy Zone 9B. Stay tuned for updates. Peace. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, let me know. If you need me to set you up, let me know. If you need me to clean up your agaves, let me know. I can pull the pups. Or if you want to break the heart. If you want to break the heart and you want to do the aguamiel. If you want to tap in for that agave nectar, let me know. I've been studying how to do that, but I need to practice. All right? Peace.